In 1996, we lost our father, and I wasn't feeling so hot. So then I went to visit the doctor since I wasn't feeling good. And before I know it, in September, I went into emergency and I was on dialysis within a day.
I was diagnosed when I was about 14 years old. I had just the routine blood tests and things being done, and I was found that I had a kidney condition or a lack of kidney function. And it related back to when I was about 10 years old when I had contracted an illness. And from that illness, my kidneys were impacted and ended up with something called IgA nephropathy. So from the time I was 14, I started seeing a nephrologist and was followed for 30 plus years until I started dialysis.
When I was born, I had a kidney disease, and now I've had it for 11 and a half years.
Nephrology is a very complex field, and it was one of the hardest courses in medicine as I was a medical student. So that challenge, I think, was what initially drew me. There's also some great teachers in nephrology here at the U of M, and that they motivated and mentored me in nephrology. It's also a very complex field. It's not just one organ system. There are many aspects of medicine that are drawn into my everyday work as a nephrologist.
I think it's a combination of the complexity of the kidney and an inspiring mentor. When I was in medical school, I was immediately drawn to how the kidney was such a complex organ, and it really was intuitive in so many ways, yet complex in so many others. At the same time, I also met Dr. David Rush, and he truly was an inspiring figure and when I met him, I felt that this is a career that I wanted to pursue, that I wanted to be somehow like him. And these are the two things that really drew me to kidney disease.
What gives me hope is just seeing him, see how well he's doing and how hard the medical profession deals with the research and making sure that he's looked after. I'm very thankful, with how well he has done, and I'll always have hope that he will continue to do well and live a very long, healthy, balanced life.
We first decided to explore the possibility of transplantation, I think in the very late 90s, but we finally did it, and I was able to donate a kidney to her. It was a non-decision for me because how do you not help somebody that you love? They're suffering, and you can give them this gift and their life can be better.
I think a lot of the hope you get comes from your medical people you deal with. You really know that they're going to do their best to look after you. And you see other people that come out of this in good shape. And for me, I think just the fact, I know it's an unlucky situation I'm in, but I also feel fortunate that there's some very smart, bright people out there who develop dialysis and that can care for me and help me to live as normal life as possible.
I think the biggest thing that gives me hope is the fact that we've made progress. I think progress is not measurable in medicine in 1-year increments or 6-month increments. I think progress in medicine is measured in decades. In fact, when I look back at a decade ago, and when I think back to 2 decades ago and 3 decades ago, I think there's been tremendous progress made in not just in kidney disease, but also in cardiology, oncology, and in many other diseases. Given that kidney disease is so multifactorial, progress in these diseases also helps patients with kidney disease, and all of this progress really gives me hope that in another decade or 2 decades from now, we'll be closer to cures and we'll be closer to long treatments that really meaningfully improve the quality of life of these patients. I
hope that people will realize that every little bit counts in helping others, and any little part that you can help another person is so valuable, and to appreciate life because it can change in a heartbeat.